Good afternoon, welcome to my channel. As usual, you guys are always welcome. Today's topic is about putting yourself in a new situation. To get to a new situation, we have to visualize ourselves being at the place already. So, like I'm saying, if you want something new, if you want a new situation, let's say you're not happy with where you are exactly, like where you are in your life right now, and you need to be elsewhere. It could be in a new state, it could be in a new job, it could be in a new position, it could be like you want to start a business, it could be anything. Like anything. You want a new car, you want a new house, you want a new thing. You got to visualize it. Visualize you already having it. Visualize you already driving it. Visualize you already experiencing it. First is to visualize. Put yourself in a situation like some people want a Tesla. Let's go with a Tesla. I want a Jeep, but people want a Tesla. They know they can't afford it. They know they don't make enough to afford it, but if you visualize yourself, and this is not about manifesting or anything, this is about visualizing, like, oh, I visualized this being here with me. I visualize myself driving it from state to state. I visualize me relaxing, letting the car drive me wherever I need to go. If you visualize it, you will eventually get it. You have to visualize to start the process. Visualizing is key, and it's very important in achieving what you want and putting yourself in that new situation. Take me for an instance. I wanted to drive a Mercedes-Benz. I didn't know how I was going to get the car, but I always visualized myself driving the car. Sometimes I had dreams about me driving the car. Like, it got to that point. Like, I wanted it and I visualized it. I haven't dreamt about it. Like, visualizing is key to getting what you want. Secondly, what you'll need to do is write it down. You can go to Walmart, Target, Amazon, buy a jotter, like a book to write down. Write it down. Write the things you want. Some people have all these things in their head. Oh, they wake up one day, I want this, next day I want that, next day I want this. You can have so many wants, but if you're inconsistent with your wants, you eventually don't get anything. And this is coming from someone, for me, because every day I used to wake up, be like, oh, I want this, oh, I want this house, oh, I want this land, oh, I want this and that, I want this and that, yada, I wanted this, I wanted that, but I never wrote it down. So it got to a point that I was like, I want too many things, but I'm not getting anything. So I took time out and wrote it down. Like, went to Walmart first. Got myself a jotter, a planner, and a drawing book. But most importantly, the two books I use the most is the jotter and the planner. I plan how I'm going to get this, how I'm going to work towards things to get this. And the jotter is for me to write it down. What I want. The business you want, write it down. Write it down. Don't just like write it, I want this business. Write the process to get it down. Like, you have to have the planner. Write down the process to get it down. How it's going to start. Process it. Write it down. And it comes back to visualizing. Like, you have to write it down. And once you've written it down, you've already taken the first two steps, which is visualize and jot it down. Those two steps are very important into getting what you want. So, like, write it down, go to any place, go to Amazon, go to Walmart, go to Target, go and get yourself that and write it down. I promise you won't regret it if you write it down. It's the first two steps into having faith. I don't like using the word manifest because everybody just throws that word out there like, oh, I'm manifesting this, I'm manifesting that. I'm having faith. You have faith. You have faith in something, it'll eventually come. Manifest and work towards it. Ooh. Manifest and work towards what you want. A lot of people say, oh, I'm manifesting this, I'm manifesting that, and they just forget about it and think that, oh, the sky, the wind, the earth is gonna just make it appear into your place. Like, you can manifest something, which is basically having faith that something's gonna happen, but you don't just expect it to happen. You have to work towards it. Working towards it is, let's say you want that body, you want that physique. You staying at home and just eating and waking up and doing your regular stuff in your life is not gonna make you have that physique overnight. You have to put in the work, which is put in the work. It literally is self-explanatory. Like, put in the work. You wake up, you set a diet for yourself, you go to the gym, you set a workout for the physique that you want. You be consistent with it. Another key, being consistent. Be consistent, not inconsistent. Be consistent. Put in the work. I don't want to go too much into it, but putting in the work will help you get what you want. Manifesting, basically having faith and putting in the work, basically means going to the gym. You want that car, go and find a job that will put you in a position to be able to afford that car. Or go and start a business that will put you in that position to be able to afford a car. You can't start a business, go and find a job that can give you money to get a capital to start the business. You don't have a job, go and find a job, put in the work. You want to lose weight. First thing you need to do is start a diet. That is the least key, the least step to losing weight. Start a diet, then go to the gym, start a cardio exercise. You want that physique, you want to build your muscle, get on a heavy diet and eat and put in, like, start lifting heavy weights. It's always a step to get what you want. So don't just think that, oh, I have faith, I'm manifesting, I don't need to do any work. It's in the Bible somewhere that it says heaven helps, is it God helps, or heaven helps those that help themselves, or God helps those that helps themselves. So don't just think that, oh, I'm gonna do this and relax. You're not Jesus. Even Jesus had to go and work, had to go around, get the 12 disciples, do all this process to be Jesus, to do his stuff. So you sitting down thinking, oh, all I have to do is be pretty and be handsome. You're not a lady, or if you're a lady, you can be pretty and it might come to you, but in reality, you have to put in the work. Putting in the work is key to getting what you want. Isolation, another key to getting what you want. Isolation. A lot of you guys, not isolation like be antisocial. Well, you can do that, but isolation and focus is key to getting what you want. You have to isolate yourself from things that don't make you better. You have to isolate yourself from things that are not pushing you. At some point, you have to isolate yourself from friends that don't push you, that don't help you, that don't add anything to your life into getting what you want. Like, isolation is needed. Isolation is needed. Sometimes you just have to be in your room, thinking about your life, thinking about things, like, let it kick in. Isolation is key to self-actualization. Ooh, that sounded too smart. Anyways, isolate yourself. Not from your family, not from people who love you or care about you, but isolate yourself from things that don't put you into where you want to be. You could isolate yourself from your family if your family is not supporting you, or putting you. Some people don't have good relationship with their family. You need to isolate yourself from your family if they're not advising you to do what you need to do. Some people might have family members they go and talk to, but about, hey, I want to start this, I want to do this, and you might want to hear, oh, go ahead and do it, like you just need that push, but they were like, you're not ready, you can't do this now. You can never be ready to do something, so always be ready to just do it. You cannot be ready, you can never anyways, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, isolate yourself from people who don't push you. Isolate yourself from people who make you feel like you cannot do something. Isolate yourself from things and everybody. Isolation is key to self-actualization. Once you isolate yourself, you realize what you need to do. And the last key to putting yourself in the new situation is working to obtain. Obtaining means having. Working means labor to obtain. Some of you need, like, a lot of people might need, like, okay, I want to start this business, I want to lose this. You have to work towards it to get it. I hope I'm speaking to somebody, but you have to work to obtain. Let's say you want to save up some money to do this, or you want to travel, you want to do this. Like, you have to work towards it. You can't just travel with no money. You want to have that good body. You can't just have that good body, wake up overnight with the body you want. You have to work towards it to obtain it. Working to obtain is needed. Some people, like, I heard of this guy that travels, he works for like 7 months out of the year, then takes 3 months to travel wherever he wants. So he basically doesn't save any money. He works 7 months out of the year. Might be a regular job, or he might work 24/7. Might work like 12-hour shift every day. He goes save that money for 7 months. He might live with his mom or whoever. Last 3 months he travels to about like 5 cities, and that is you would think, oh yeah, you're just working to travel, but he's enjoying his life. That is something that makes him happy. You want to save the money, you want to have that body, you want that car, you want that job, you want to have that degree, you want a lot of things. You have to work towards it to obtain. You want that degree, you go to school, you have all A's, you get a scholarship. It makes your process easier to obtain that degree, so you can get the best job. You want that job, you want to work at Tesla, you want to work here, you want to work this place. You have to apply, set up your resume, do everything, acquire all the skills to obtain that job. You want that body, you have to work towards it to obtain it. You would not get that body sitting down at home eating pizza, eating burgers, eating whatsoever. You have to work to obtain it. You want that car, get a job that can get you that car, or start a business that can get you that car, or do something that gets you that car without you being stressed out, because it doesn't make sense with you going to get a car that you cannot afford. That is not obtaining, that is stressing to obtain. Working to obtain means you do the job, which once you have it, you're not stressing over it. That is working to obtain.